Hey guys, this is Chef Chris. Well, what's going on, Chef Chris? It's Saturday night. Why are you here? Well, just hanging out. Me and Chef Kayed spent the day together doing a bunch of stuff, and thought we'd get some meal prepping in. Meal prepping for the meal prep, because obviously our dinner's tomorrow, right? We do our videos on Sunday, but it's a big meal. So I thought I'd share how to put this together. What are we having? Well, I've got a potato and vegetable medley that I'm going to smoke on the smoker. More or less not smoking that. It'll be in a container, but it'll cook that way. Also, ribs. We're going to try something different with the ribs. So first off, I'm just going to show you how I do my potatoes, and I can tell you that I've made these potatoes a lot, and they usually go over pretty well. They are pretty interchangeable too. If you want a good seasoning mix, you might keep the seasonings the same, but what you put in it is how you put it in it, or whatever you want to put in it. I've got all my potatoes cut up. I have gold and red potatoes, kind you get in a bag. They're like a couple dollars for a bag, whatever. I've already chopped everything up. I usually use a little smaller container, and I usually use 2 of them. So I put some of the potatoes in there. It's all about layering this meal, and I use mushrooms and I use carrots. So if there's something in here you don't like, don't put it in there. You could probably throw some onions in there if you wanted to. You could probably use a different vegetable. I think I've tried broccoli and it probably didn't work so well, just based on it being a floury type thing. But do what you want to. Some kind of zucchini or something might be okay in here. Outside of the mushrooms, the carrots and the potatoes tend to take longer to cook. So I've got the small baby ones. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your potatoes in there. Hell, we may have too much here. I don't know. We've already filled this up. So got our first layer. Now, I started using a sausage in there. You don't have to use sausage because I am making ribs, but you know what? The sausage just adds a whole lot of flavor. So, what kind of sausage? Well, whatever kind of sausage you like. I'm using an andouille sausage. If you went with a Johnsonville, I'd go with the andouille. I've done Polska kielbasa. I've done all kinds of different sausages. Andouille worked great for me. Any of my Canadians, the Cabanos, the Village sausage, they all work awesomely in here too. So, for the amount of stuff I'm putting in here, I probably could have used 2 packages of meat, but we're not gonna. So, that's all the layers of the vegetables that we want, right? So, next layer is going to be Italian seasoning. And we're gonna go pretty liberal on this one. We're just gonna cover it. I've got Graziano Brothers. Last time I went there, they just had them in bags. Now they've got this cool shaker. Not really innovative, but it's Graziano Brothers and their Italian seasoning. It's awesome. All right, so got a stick of butter here. Normally I would use like country crock. Today we're going with the good stuff. So, I've got the butter, and I'm going to throw a little rosemary in there. Just a little extra rosemary flavoring. Now, bay leaves. Bay leaves are an integral part of this. I love the flavor that the bay leaves give. You want turkish. You want the bigger ones, not that junk that they put in the container that's super small. So yeah, go all out on that. So then you're gonna have to, let's not forget the garlic. I was gonna try roasting some garlic tonight and being all cool and whatnot, but we're not cool tonight, unfortunately. We got a lot going on. We're just getting this ready for tomorrow, and instead of chopping up some of the garlic that I have that's fresh, we're just gonna use this gustari. And I don't know about you guys, but I bought this chopped garlic. It's amazing. Great smell, great taste. So just, whatever feels good. This is the taste. This is not anything specific. There's no specifics on this meal. it's all about to taste. And yeah, I probably got way too much going on here. So, probably not gonna have room for everything. Want to make sure all the sausage gets in there though. That's for sure. This giant package. Probably the mushrooms for sure, because that seems to be one of the favorite types of pieces in here. Throw that away, and we could probably fit some more of these carrots in there and call it good. So, does look like it's heaping, that's okay. We're still going to throw some more butter on top, some more seasoning, but this will cook down. These mushrooms are giant now, but they're going to be about half of that size, so not even. They pretty much disappeared. So we just need to make sure we have a little bit of room on top for some more butter. And this time I'm only going to use a half a stick. Like I said, normally I just toss some country crock in there. I'm okay with fake butter. You're okay with fake butter? I'm okay with fake butter. I like it. Say we're using real butter. So there's that. So, get some more bay leaves on there. The last of the bay leaves I got from Pensie's. They went out of business. And that was a pretty awesome place to get spices. So, a little sad that they went out of business, but unfortunately due to COVID, I think that's what happened. They didn't want to be open during COVID, and they were only taking call-in orders, which didn't work for me very well being out of town. So, like I said, rosemary. Just want to be careful here because this is heaping a lot more than I normally would do, but it's a giant container, so there's that. Lots of Italian seasonings. Graziano Brothers has got a lot of stuff in it. It's even got red pepper, so it's going to have a slight kick to it. But that's okay. Not a ton of crushed red peppers. So, that's it for that. That's literally it. All I'm going to do is cover that with aluminum foil. Make sure all this junk doesn't fall out before I get it to the smoker tomorrow. I'll put it in the fridge just like this. That way I can just shove it on the smoker. Next, we are going to prep our ribs. I've got 2 racks of ribs. We're going to try something I don't think I've ever seen done before, and it just sounded good to me. So I'm hoping it is good, and that whoever gets to share some of this at work is going to like it. This part, good. That's it. It's always going to be good. Tomorrow, we're going to make all this, but anyways, let me get this mess cleaned up, throw away some of this stuff, and then we'll get the ribs out and prep them. Alright guys, I am back, sort of. So, you heard me say we're going to try something different. Okay, so I've got the ribs right here. I've got St. Louis style. This one has not been cut up. This one is as good as I'm going to get it, unfortunately. I got most of the membrane off right there in this section. It didn't come off so well. So, you've got this piece of meat here, and on a St. Louis style rib, they're usually a lot bigger than this. The ones that Hy-Vee had, apparently they did most of the chopping, so it's really probably not a St. Louis as much. I chopped this end off. What you're doing with the St. Louis style is trying to get it square like baby backs. So, this one was mostly square. A lot of times you'll have this big section down here you want to cut off. We didn't have that. There was some membrane here that I got off. You want to keep the fat in here. You see all this fat? You want that to be in there. We want that to marble up. We don't want a giant glob of it down here though. So, that's it. So what are we doing here, Chris? You said something different. Well, this is different. Wash my hands 50 times because me and meat don't like each other raw. So, what I have here is some Hidden Valley Ranch. Basically what I decided was we're going to try something different. We're going to try a binder that's okay. So I've never seen this top. Apparently they have no desire for me to. Okay, so a binder is normally like mustard. You could use water as a binder, you could use oil as a binder. Binders never have a flavor. They do have a flavor when you put them on, but since they get cooked so much, they just don't have a flavor. So I did some research to see if anybody's ever tried ranch, and I didn't get much out of it. Most people said ranch is expensive and it's a waste of your money. Water's free, mustard's $1, you know, so it's whatever. But we're trying to make a garlic butter ranch ribs. So we're gonna rub with this garlic butter double from Boar's Night Out, the White Lightning, and I got this. Normally I've seen the regular, but this is spicy, and when you open that, it smells like they put some tapatio or something in there. So that spice is definitely going to be in there. But I want this to sit overnight, so that way it's kind of absorbing some of that smells, or flavors I should say, not smells. This is the part I'm not too fond of. You can rub this, you can rub your binder in, but yeah, it's just a mess. I don't like getting too messy sometimes, so that's where we're at with that. I do this, and you might see me wash my hands like 500 times. Sorry. So yeah, let's get this rub down on here. This one's not salty, I do believe, so it doesn't hurt too much to overdo this one. This one has some salt to it. But it's, like I said, it's one of my favorite rubs. So, and that salt could act like a brine. As I said before, this is new to me. Never tried it, never had garlic ranch ribs, nothing like that. So this is the bottom side. Got some Reynolds wrap out here because I don't have a ton of aluminum foil, and I'm not trying to waste everything I have. So we'll need it tomorrow for the second stage of the cooking, right? You always want to wrap your ribs. I'm sure you guys know that, but you will see tomorrow. So just gonna wrap it in some Reynolds wrap and hope that works and that it doesn't ruin the fridge, because that would be terrible. Okay, so now I know you saw me just pushing that down in there. I know you call it a rub. It's a rub. We don't rub it in. Why? Because I would just smear it everywhere. You just kind of want to just gently massage your rubs in there. And yeah, I'm sorry for washing my hands so many times. I use these rubs on everything. So I just definitely don't want to get raw meat on my rubs. And then tomorrow I'm sitting there eating some ramen noodles, and next thing you know, I got raw meat on me. Or something stupid, you know how it goes with raw meat. So anyways, we're prepping this for the grill. So probably could have done a little better job right there. Yeah, and it's just kind of bunching up on my hands. So since I put enough of that ranch on there, that we're gonna call it good. And we're gonna hope that putting it in the aluminum foil doesn't ruin the binder. Like I said, I've never done this before. Normally I would prep it the day of and then just throw it on. We're not doing that. We're trying to get some flavor going. All right, so watching me fail here. Hopefully not. That should be good. I have so many problems with plastic wrap. The minute I pull this, it's all gonna bunch up. Look at that. Check that bunching up action. Kinda hard to do what I need to do if you bunch up. You know what I mean? So. Alright, so that actually worked out pretty well. Obviously I can't stick this on the grill like that, but can stick it on the grill without it. So that's where we're at. Do have this little extra piece here. Not sure I'm gonna do anything with it. I could throw it away. It's pretty solid meat. So like I said, when you get a St. Louis style rib, what you'll have is this bottom section. Kind of curves out, and it's really good meat too. And you might see a couple little pieces of bones, and you might see a section over here, which is also bones, and generally that'll just cut off. But yeah, all that's comes off, and that's what they call the tri-tip. The tri-tip. Sorry. A lot of barbecue places will use the rib tips or whatever you call it. Not tri-tip, but rib tips. Sorry. They make a meal out of it. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna do the other section. I'm not gonna make you watch me do the other one. I still have to cut it and prep it, and you know what? I suck at that. That's probably my least favorite part of ribs. I love ribs, but I hate prepping them. Don't mind putting rubs on so much, but prepping them sucks. So that's where we're at, guys. Tomorrow I'll have the grill set up, or the smoker set up, the Green Mountain Grill, and we'll get all this fun stuff going, and Chef Kai should be out somewhere hanging out with us. So don't forget, as always, to like and subscribe, and hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.